Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. I'm Purple Gaming here, and today we're playing Bloons Adventure Time Tower Defense because, as you can see by the map and the event icon, it's Easter time. It's beautiful, there's the flowers, there's the eggs, that's pretty much it. But it's a really nice event. I like how they customize the map. Just adds a little bit, it's kind of like a spring event too. They do the Easter one, sort of tied in with spring, which I feel like that's just how Easter is. Easter's always sort of tied in for spring. Speaking of which, starting off today, well, not really speaking of which, but starting off today, I'd like to say thank you for 500 subscribers. That's a big number. That was a big deal. That was my goal for the end of March. It's March 19th, so, that's incredible of you guys. Still have 33%-ish of the month left, a little more than that, I think. Well, yeah, a little more than that. So roughly, 35% of the month left. That's pretty good. We're already, I think, at 503, which is even better, so, feel free to keep going. Maybe we can get to 510, 515, something like that. I think 510 is likely. 515 is a little harder, but I think we should be able to do something because there's 12 days left. 12 subscribers to go. I think we can easily make it 515, maybe even 520, 525. I don't know. Maybe I'm pushing my luck a bit, but thank you guys. That's incredible. I want to say thank you. But yeah, today we're doing the spring event. We're talking about it. We're going to be playing a match, and in over a week probably, I'll have the Legendary Wish Orb opening, because that's the main thing everyone's excited about. This is cool, we still get to see the event. It's basic, it's a repeat event, but it's still fun to do. It's just something fun to do. You get to see the map, the different designs, those are pretty cool. But yeah, the main appeal is gonna come in a week, 8 days, however. It depends on how much time I'm actually devoting to this event. I'm gonna try, but I have to admit, it's possible to do this event without spending any gems in 4 days, but it's nightmarish to do. I did it once. It was really, really hard to do. 6 days is what I recommend trying to do in 6 days, trying to do 4 battles a day. But this is only my first one for today, so obviously I'm not doing very well time-wise, but eventually there's no real time crunch. You have 25? Yeah, you have 25 days in total to do the event, so you should be absolutely fine, even if you're playing on normal mode, which I don't know why I'd be playing on normal mode. So today, we're going to go over a couple of tips, and then do some battles as well. So my recommendation, you play the map, whatever map it is, extreme mode. Always on extreme mode. You can do it on unpopular. Here's the thing. If you really want to, you can, but I recommend extreme mode for a couple of reasons. Even if you think you can beat the map on unpopular mode, sometimes, especially depending on the stage of your game you're at, you think you're capable of, because you're like, oh, those qualities aren't that bad, the map doesn't look that bad. But when they're put together, or for whatever reason you make a dumb mistake, it can make it very difficult, and it's just a lot less stressful, a lot less intense gameplay if you're doing it on extreme mode. Extreme mode's also obviously accessible for more people. And finally, the difference between extreme and unpopular is not that big of a difference. If you see, normal's 10, hard's 15, extreme's 20, and popular's 25. So 4 unpopular is the equivalent of 5 extreme. So it is more efficient, but is it that much more efficient? Nope, it's 20% better. 20%? No, 25% better. So it's a decent amount better. I know I just talked about that, but I am going to do unpopular today because, hold on a sec, give me a second. I think I messed up something here. Sam, come. Sam's not equipped. I think I am actually going to do unpopular here because I know I'm going to be bad about doing this often, so I'm going to do unpopular here. Also, I have to admit this in case you haven't noticed at this point. I'm not just in the end game, I'm pretty much finished this game. You look at my character levels, my trinket collections, I'm definitely end game, so it's not that hard to do unpopular even if it's fortified. So my recommendation for this strategy. Personally, my recommendation is to do an extreme mode. I'll say that. I'm not going to be doing it today, but definitely my recommendation. If you have Sam and Phoenix Wand, more accurately, just use it. It's just helpful. It can solo almost every extreme map pretty well. I don't rely on it, but it's pretty effective. If you have it plus a decent Adlo tower, you're pretty much fine. So if you have Phoenix Wand, use it. It makes things really easy. And then, Psy is my first choice. If you're level 7 Psy, definitely Psy. Otherwise, you can do either Max or Super Monkey, and today I have the pleasure, because once again, I have so many epic trinkets, of having all 3 of them prepared for this, so isn't that going to be great? Yeah, so we're actually going to be doing that, because it's going to be fun. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a good day today. So you do, in this event, one thing that I'm going to say, it's actually really important, don't let them get this basket. It may not seem like it's worth much, it's actually worth a big reward, and the reward is equal depending on what game mode you're playing, which is another reason why I'm saying, do it on extreme mode. Do as I say, not as I'm doing right now, because on extreme mode, you're going to have a lot easier time defending on it. Sometimes it's really close to the start of the map, it can be really difficult. The reward, it can be a rare wish orb, a super rare wish orb, gems, character items. Regardless, it's really helpful. Make sure you actually hold on to it. But today, I'm going to be very laid back because, as I've now mentioned too many times, so I'm going to stop. This will be the last time, I promise. I'm way too prepared for this event. But I am excited because hopefully I'll get something good. Last time, we got a very, very bad legendary wish orb. Not going to lie. Our legendary wish orb luck was absolutely horrible. There isn't much more to it. We got items exclusively. Those were our only options. We had 6 draws, not even cosmic essence, just items. I mean, it was items for a character I wanted, but still, not even cosmic essence. So that was pretty annoying. Other times I've had decent legendary luck. I got Monkey Farmer eventually. In case you're curious about, hey, what should I choose for my legendary wish orb? My order of events, personally. Monkey Farmer. Pick him 100% of the time. If he shows up and you don't have him, take him. Even if at the point of the game you're like, oh, well, I don't have any Cobras, or I don't have Thought Cannon Wand or Treasure Chest Keys. Still, get him. It's a pretty rare thing, a pretty hard thing to get the Legendary Wish Orbs. He's really, really helpful. Just get him in advance. You will want him eventually. I promise you that. Secondly, the reason I'm saying this now, I'll probably say it again when I do my opening. Most of you guys will probably finish this event before me because I'm not going to be. Well, that's not true. I will be, but I simply can't be bothered to actually be doing this super efficiently, super crazy. So, just in case you are done before me, which you probably will be. Monkey Farm is definitely first priority. Another really helpful one that a lot of people don't think about, and I actually at first didn't think about, Lady Unicorn. She's a lot more helpful than you may think. So here's the thing. I'll talk about it for a little second. Here. She was actually the second character I was off. The first time, I didn't pick her. I went for, who was it? Did I go for an ally? Or a different ally? Honestly, I forget what I chose on my first wish orb. I want to say, yeah, no, I have no idea. I chose something out of my other one. I forget exactly what. But on my second legendary wish orb, I chose Lady Unicorn. And I'm kind of glad I did, because she's a couple things. So first things first. This is something that I was pretty disappointed about when I first saw it. If you place Lady Unicorn on a map that has something like fire or electric floor or ice or something, and you place towers on her, they are not protected. They are not invincible. That is a very important thing to note. Second thing, if she is affected by those effects, the towers on top of her aren't necessarily. So if it's not an area effect, if it's a single target thing like the wizards, and you have, like, let's say Psy on Lady Unicorn for whatever weird reason on that map, if Lady Unicorn gets targeted by the wizard, Psy will not get disabled, but Lady Unicorn will, because she can actually do damage if you get some upgrades. What she can do, however, is be placed on water, lava, and land, and can actually be placed in between the two. Not a good map to show this on, but she can be placed part of her on water, part of her on lava, and part of her on land. She's a little bit big, which isn't very great, and it also allows any type of tower can be placed on her. It acts as like a mix of all of them, which together, all of it combined, is super duper useful, because it means she's really helpful for all of those random stages where you want to place a water tower, but there's no water, or you want to place land towers in a different spot, but there's water there, because of course there is, because they want you to use water towers. That happens on more maps than you'd think, trust me. But yeah, so she's super useful. Beyond those two, Vampire King. I don't have him. He's actually the only one I want still, and hopefully I'll get him this time. But he's super duper OP. From what I know, and from what I've heard, and what I've seen, and all that stuff, he is just insanely powerful. Like, almost to a funny degree, he just absolutely melts any balloon in his path. Don't ask me why. I don't exactly know. Well, part of the reason is that he has lower range, so path isn't actually all that accurate. He can attack from anywhere, so that's pretty helpful. Beyond that, why is he so powerful? I have no idea, because the other ones aren't. So, your other option. Now, I'm going to go over this quickly. Oh, yeah, this is pretty important. This might be pretty obvious to you, but I'm going to mention it. if you're given the option to choose any legendary item, and I mean any, no matter how bad it seems, or an epic, even if the epic's really good, take the legendary item. It'll hurt, it might feel stupid at some point, and it might sort of be stupid at some point, but in the long run, when you reach the stage of the game where I'm at, or even quite a bit before the stage of the game where I'm at, you're gonna regret it if you went for a common, or not a common, if you went for an epic item, or character upgrade tokens instead of the legendary items. It'll feel better at the time, it probably will, but in the long run, you're gonna regret it. Just, you have to trust me on that one. Continuing off on that, the reason I'm talking about allies so much is because the weapons, last priority. If you are offered a weapon, it is your last priority. Out of the weapons, I probably order the lightning sword's probably number 1, 2 is the stakes, and lastly is the level, the heart musical instrument. That's probably my ranking order. That's the order of which I would choose them. But weapons probably last priority. The allies are pretty good. Speaking of which allies, to go over this quickly, Train Boss, he's last priority. I have him. He's not useless. He sends a tornado. We can send Bloons back. It's not that bad. But overall, compared to the rest, he's just not useful. He doesn't have the utility that Monkey Farmer and Lady Unicorn have, obviously. But he also just has nowhere near the DPS of Vampire King. So, yeah. So if you actually are earlier game, Vampire King's probably better for you than, Lady Unicorn, even Monkey Farmer, though once again, I would probably pick Monkey Farmer. Your hands will thank me, and you later, trust me. But that's probably my ranking in terms of getting legendary items. You can't get the characters, I wish you could, but you can't. Only way to get those is from the motion games. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, when you beat this event, which events, basically they're collection events, you do the stages, you get, in this case it's tapes, I think they're all replaced with tapes or whatever, you get a collection token of some sort, you spend them to unlock frames of an image. It's actually pretty cool, the image is usually pretty nice, often brings some sort of smile to my face. But once you beat that, you get, you get a lot of rewards, including some epic workshops along the way, so it's super useful, especially if you're early on. Don't think you can't do these events. You get normal mode, you only get 10 tapes, yes, and compared to Impossible 25. But the event lasts 25 days, and in total, you only need 400. You need 400 tapes, or 400, yeah, if it's tapes, it's 400 tapes total, which is in this case 400 tapes. So that's 40 games, which is a lot, don't get me wrong, it's 40 games on normal, that's going to take you a while. But you have 25 days to do it. As long as you're doing 2, 3, 4 day, you're fine. And later on, you're probably going to reach the point where, because you do, it's like I was saying from the basket, it can give you a rare workshop even on common, or even on normal mode. It'll easily get you to the point where you're doing hard mode, probably even extreme mode by the end of the event. It's a really big help for progression, makes a big deal. So don't think that, oh, I'm just started the game, I can't do this event. You can, you should, you really, really should. But I think that's the main things we have to cover. We have to talk, that was sort of it. Talk about what you picked from the Legendary Workshop, event in general, how to do it, stuff like that. Like I was saying, all 3 of these towers, they're really good. Pick one of them, put all of your super strong trinkets on them, give them buffs if you can. Oh, and the last thing, Sam, Phoenix. Phoenix is broken. Phoenix wand. It's one of the most broken trinkets or weapons in the entire game, if not the most broken. You could definitely argue that Thought Cannon's more broken, which, yeah, probably is, but honestly, this is, wait, 4 BMOs? I've never actually placed all of these. That's a sad thing. I've had all of these for so long, I've never actually placed all 4 BMOs. Now, the even worse thing is I don't actually have Warrior PB, so I can't get 8, but 4 BMOs, that's still cool. I'm not even going to upgrade them, I just want to place them, because I've never had them before. Hopefully their jingling hands and noises when they're full won't be too annoying. I'll probably just collect them. But yeah, this is the strategy. You place these towers. Obviously, this is in popular mode, and obviously, in case you couldn't tell, I've been talking this whole time. I haven't exactly been doing some ultimate strategy. Place Psy, place Cobra, Monkey Farmer, get some money. Upgrade Psy, place Max, upgrade Max, place Super Monkey, upgrade Super Monkey, place Sam. Do I need all of these towers to beat this? To beat in popular? Honestly, no. Even though this is a fortified map, it's one of the harder maps, I really don't need these towers. You know why? Because I've played this game for way too long, and I'm super endgame, but it's still fun. The event, it just encourages you to play. One thing I will say quickly, because I will mention this is important, it's a common theme. People ask this stuff all the time. How do you get all the wish orbs? How do you get your gems? How do you get your character items? I respond the same response to every single one of them. Quests. Quests are super useful. Doing these game modes, like this event, it's a good way to get your quests done. It works. I'm not lying to you. It can help you get your quests done. It's helpful. It's just good multitasking, and you can do it easily. Also, the event in general is also insanely good progression for all of those things. So yeah, if you're talking about progression, you always ask me those questions. Quests and event. This event's super good. Bloon Beacon as well, but if we're talking about this, the event's really good, and you can do your quests while doing the event. Multitasking, it's a useful skill. It's a really hard skill, and I think that people said that it's impossible to do, but I don't believe you. Multitasking is possible. I know in some ways they're probably talking about like cooking while like reading a book or something. I'm pretty sure that's impossible, but multitasking in this way is multitasking in video games. That is doable, so that gotta make sure you do. Anyways, we're almost done. This around 74. I think a fortified baboon naturally is coming out, which normally would be a threat, but honestly, hey. Actually, no, I want to do this. Hold on a sec. We're turning off auto start for one reason. This may seem really silly, and it sort of is. But I've never actually seen the base. So this could be super cool. If you like barely played this game, this is probably going to look really cool. So here's what I'm going to do. Sun God upgrade. That's pretty cool. Oh, actually, who should I sell? Max, I'll sell you. You're not as useful. We're definitely not going to have a problem now that I bought this, though. Okay, I do have them still, right? Yeah, Super Fan's cool. I was worried for a second. I'm like, wait, did I get rid of you? So if you didn't know, Super Monkey's final upgrade requires level 7. You buy 4 Super Fans, you get the Sun God. It's really only useful if you have the Vengeful form, which I don't have. But you know what I do have? The normal one, which I've never actually used this before. So, yeah, it's still pretty cool. It's honestly, it's a little bit lame compared to what it normally does, but it's still really cool. It's still significant damage, as you can see here. Is that significant damage? That's not doing that much damage. Are we in trouble here? I was thinking for a second there, I'm like, wait, no way. We have Sun God. We can't possibly be in trouble, right? Oh, it's Sam. Yeah, no, that's not going to be all that useful. If we lose this, well, we're not going to lose it, but here's what I am going to do. Okay, quick micro skills. Are my micro skills good enough? Nope. The answer is definitely going to be no. But I will try my best. Just quickly buy upgrades. All of the upgrades. Right, Super Monkey, place. Boom, 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 boom. Upgrades. Upgrades, all of them. So much for all the tips I just gave. I was like, oh, we're so OP, nothing can possibly harm us. Please kill this. We're totally gonna lose this item here, but come on. No, please, no, please, no, please, no. We lost the gift. We're not gonna die. That was actually... I was talking about this whole time, like, oh, I'm so OP, I'm so invincible, we're not gonna lose. And then I cut that way too close. It also gives you the reward of a fresh, like, chest, as if you'd never played the map before. So, doing Impossible, it does give you, like, super rare wish orb 3 items. It's still really good. But I can't believe I lost the Easter egg there. I could have saved that, too, if I decided to do micro earlier. I'm glad I did that, though, because I probably still would have been the Baboon. But that would have been way tighter, and if I lost, that would have been way sadder. That was still a little sad that it came that close and we lost our gift, but in case you're curious, if you did have your gift, if I did survive, keep the gift, I would have gone like a rare wish orb of gems or something. Anyway, so this was probably a shorter video, but it's talking about the event. There's not too much to it, but it's interesting to talk about. I give the same tips pretty much every time, but you know what? I think I get better at giving the tips every time. I'll say that much. So, at least I think I can say that much. Can I? I guess you can let me know. But anyways, please consider giving the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe and join the Pop Dolphin Squad. It makes my day super nice. I really do appreciate it. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye!